Dak Prescott sees a spark in George Pickens that the Dallas Cowboys are hoping can ignite their offense as he works alongside CeeDee Lamb. Pickens was acquired in an off-season trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 24-year-old came with some baggage and a reputation from his time in Pittsburgh. However, Prescott spoke highly of Pickens during an interview at his annual youth football camp. "That's a guy that loves football," Prescott said. "He's a great dude, loves his teammates. He's excited as hell for this season, I know he is. I know he's happy to be in a fresh, new spot. I'm excited for what he's going to do for this offense." Pickens, a second-round pick in 2022, comes with some big upside. He amassed 174 receptions for 2,841 yards and 12 touchdowns across 48 games with the Steelers. His standout season came in 2023, recording 63 catches for 1,140 yards and 5 touchdowns. Prescott doesn't see it taking long for the two to build chemistry on the field. Dak Prescott on why it's not going to take long for him and George Pickens to get on the same page and be ready for the season. "Not long," Prescott said. "You turn on that guy's tape, he's getting separation. He's got separation even when he's not getting the ball at times. And when he doesn't have separation, he's still making catches. It's not going to be hard. For me, it's about getting the ball near that guy and letting him go be George Pickens. Go turn on the tape, he's great at doing that." Cowboys WR's George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb forming bond. The Cowboys were in search of an explosive second option to pair with Lamb, a four-time Pro Bowler. They found a great piece in Pickens, and the duo have started to form a strong bond this offseason. "That might be the best part about it," Prescott said. "That's two guys that want the other guy to succeed just as much. That is literally the best part about those two, seeing it firsthand, just those two hanging out. I'd go in the house on purpose for a little bit just peeking at them. They love each other. They love each other's company. They love each other's game. Just watching them on the field, talking to each other, they're going to push each other. Being the guy that gets to get them the ball, it's exciting as hell." Lamb played through injury last season and without Prescott for an extended period of time. He still put up big numbers, notching 101 catches for 1,194 yards and 6 touchdowns. He had a career year in 2023, snagging 135 receptions for 1,749 yards and 12 touchdowns. With Pickens on the other side, Lamb should have even more room to work. Cowboys WR George Pickens in contract year. Pickens will be motivated to produce this season. The former second-round pick is in the final year of his deal and can cash in if he produces at an elite level. "I'm kind of where my feet are right now, to be honest," Pickens said following the trade. "I'm not really thinking about contract talks. I'm just glad to be here at Cowboys right now, trying to build a winning culture." The Cowboys are looking to rebound from a 7-10 campaign. Dallas kicks off training camp on July 22nd, with their first preseason game scheduled for August 9th against the Los Angeles Rams. Things aren't getting better for Dallas Cowboys NFL All-Pro return specialist/wide receiver Cavani Turpin anytime soon. More details emerged from Turpin's shocking arrest on drugs and weapons charges in Texas on July 6th. TMZ Sports added more context to Turpin's arrest with a follow-up report on July 7th. From TMZ, Dallas Cowboys star Cavani Turpin was allegedly hitting speeds near 100 miles per hour with a gun in his back seat before he was arrested over the weekend, TMZ Sports has learned. According to an Allen Police Department incident report we obtained, Turpin was pulled over at around 11:49 p.m. on Saturday in Texas, after cops say they clocked him going 97 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone in his 2022 Dodge. During the traffic stop, authorities claim an unholstered 9mm pistol was seen in plain view in the back of the wide receiver's ride. Less than 2 ounces of weed, cops added, were later found in the car's center console. According to the Dallas Morning News, Turpin was booked into the Collin County Jail in McKinney, Texas. Turpin, 28, was booked and charged initially with 2 misdemeanors: possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces, and unlawful carrying of a weapon, the Dallas Morning News' Joseph Hoyt wrote on July 6. Turpin has had off-the-field issues before. He starred at TCU, but was kicked off the team after he was arrested on assault charges. He later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to probation and ordered to attend an abuse intervention program. Turpin recently signed a new contract with Cowboys. Turpin is headed into his fourth season with the Cowboys and led the NFL in kickoff return yards in 2024, when he earned NFL All-Pro honors for the first time. He's also a two-time Pro Bowler. He signed a 3-year, $13.5 million contract extension with the Cowboys on March 11th. The Athletic's Saad Youssef predicted Turpin could fill a different kind of role in the offense for the Cowboys in 2025. I feel like Turpin will be used more as a playmaker than a receiver this year, which is better suited for who he is, Youssef wrote on June 19th. This offseason, we've seen Turpin carry the ball out of the backfield and run quick routes close to the line of scrimmage that enable him to get the ball in space. There was some of that last year, but last year also featured some deep balls in 3rd and 10 situations that aren't what Turpin is built for. With CeeDee, Lamb, and George Pickens handling their business, the underneath should open up more for Turpin. Cowboys traded for elite WR in offseason. While the Cowboys already had arguably the NFL's best wide receiver in the fold with perennial NFL All-Pro CeeDee Lamb, they made arguably the buzziest move of the NFL offseason to add more talent in 2025. The Cowboys took a chance on troubled Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver George Pickens in a trade that saw them give up a 2026 third-round pick and 2027 7th-round pick on May 7th. Pickens has been one of the NFL's most mercurial and talented wide receivers with Steelers, where he had over 750 receiving yards each of his first 3 seasons, including a career-high 929 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns in 2023. The Dallas Cowboys swung one of the biggest trades of the offseason back in May, acquiring wide receiver George Pickens from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pickens is expected to comprise one of the NFL's most lethal receiving duos along with CeeDee Lamb, which could give the Cowboys a wildly explosive offense in 2025 so long as Dak Prescott remains healthy. Here's the catch, though. Pickens only has 1 year left on his contract, so Dallas may not be able to re-sign him next March. The Cowboys are already cash-strapped as it is, and haven't even extended Micah Parsons yet, so Pickens may ultimately prove too rich for Dallas blood. As a result, some are already speculating potential replacements for Pickens, and Jerry Trotta of the Landry has identified a tantalizing option: Clemson Tigers wide receiver Antonio Williams. The general expectation is that Williams, who led the ACC with 11 receiving touchdowns in 2024 and has accumulated 17 throughout his collegiate career, will be a first-round draft pick next spring, and Trotta has the Cowboys landing him at number 20. While the 5 feet 11 inches Williams doesn't have Pickens' size, he is among the cleanest route runners in the country, Trotta wrote. He placed in the 94th percentile in separation rate against single coverage last season, per Pro Football Focus. The Tigers star on the shifty side, but that didn't stop him from hauling in 58% of his contested targets in 2024. His ability to play outside and in the slot will allow the Cowboys to move CeeDee Lamb all around the line of scrimmage, which is when he's at his best. Williams hauled in 75 receptions for 904 yards last season, averaging a modest 12.1 yards per catch. His versatility should allow him to develop into a heck of a playmaker on the NFL level, and while he may not possess the prototypical elite receiver archetype, his savvy should pay dividends. It would truly be a shame if Dallas lost Pickens after just 1 year, though.